Vive la France on film.
I can get 50 for them in Paris.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies set in France.
Bonjour.
Good day.
How is your family?
For this list, we're looking at Hollywood movies that take place in France.
Oui. Oui.
You know the whole of France is looking for you.
We have not included French productions like Amélie, but have instead focused on more mainstream cinema.
I would love to go to the opera in Paris.
Number 10, The Bourne Identity.
I live in Paris.
What better place to re-remember your memories than en France? Even if those memories are really rather scary.
I can't remember anything that happened before 2 weeks ago.
A must-have for all action movie heads, The Bourne Identity is the first film within an early 21st century franchise that took the world by serious storm. Starring Matt Damon as the title character Jason Bourne, it's one man's quest to regain his identity, and a quest largely carried out in Paris.
I got a lead in Paris. The rest were Marseille and Toulon.
Paris? It's what?
Apparently, even top-level espionage has a little room for romance. Number 9, Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
A movie so spectacular it needs an exclamation mark in its title.
My name is Henri-Marie Raymond Toulouse-Lautrec Monpart.
Moulin Rouge was the first musical to be Oscar nominated for Best Picture in 10 years, since Disney's Beauty and the Beast. And with good reason. A kaleidoscopic, nicely frantic representation of the theater scene in the Montmartre quarter of Paris. This movie is all singing, all dancing, and all of a lot of other things as well.
Let mommy help. Does that inspire you?
Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman star, Baz Luhrmann directs with familiar flair, and the movie in general breathes life into life itself.
Yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen.
Number 8, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Morning in Paris, the city awakes to the bells of Notre Dame.
The first of 2 Victor Hugo adaptations to make today's countdown. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is also the 34th film to feature within the Walt Disney Animated Classics list.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't panic. We asked for the ugliest face in Paris, and here he is! Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame!
Detailing a struggle for acceptance within Parisian society, the tale of deformed Notre Dame bell ringer Quasimodo is brought to life in all its Gothic glory.
Look, I appreciate what you're all trying to do, but let's not fool ourselves. Ugliest face in all Paris, remember? I don't think I'm her type.
The Hunchback's the main event at the opening Festival of Fools, but we're all hoping he can turn things around by the movie's final curtain.
Paris, the city of lovers, is glowing this evening.
Number 7, Saving Private Ryan.
I need someone who speaks French and German.
Yes, sir.
Some of the most important events in all of history played themselves out in France, but few were more significant than the Second World War. It's fitting, therefore, that few movie moments are more powerful than the 27-minute opening sequence of Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan, which is considered one of the iconic scenes in all of cinema. The film's D-Day Omaha beach landings are brutally true to life, providing backdrop to a quest that takes place in the French countryside, albeit a severely war-torn version of it.
You gotta take St. Lo to take Boulogne.
Boulogne, you got Cherbourg.
Cherbourg, you got Paris.
Paris, you got Berlin.
Number 6, Ratatouille.
Paris? All this time, I've been underneath Paris?
We advance back into animated areas next, to a Pixar film that has us reconsidering previously held notions of pesky rodents. Ratatouille is the story of a rat named Remy who loves the kitchen, but not in the way one might expect.
You're in Paris now, baby. My town.
Rather than scavenging for food, this little feller is serving it up. And he's doing so to an exceptional standard. Of course, restaurants and rats don't really mix, and therein lies the problem.
Do you know what would happen to us if anyone knew we had a rat in our kitchen? They'd close us down.
But the French and good food do mix, and the whole lot combined makes for a 5-star movie.
We can be the greatest restaurant in Paris, and this rat, this brilliant little chef, can lead us there.
Number 5. Hugo.
Hugo Cabret.
We're 3D at 5, as Martin Scorsese delivers the delightful tale of Hugo, a Parisian orphan.
Hugo, without me, you'd be in the orphanage.
The title character is the last in line of a family of clockmakers and repairers. Bad luck has blighted his 12 short years, however, meaning he must now ply his trade in secret, within the hidden passageways of the Gare Montparnasse railway station.
Yes, it's me again. Another orphan.
What follows is a story encapsulating the romance and tragedy of 1930s France, doing so with an attention to detail that's second to none.
Choreography was really good up to there. Thank you, gentlemen. First positions.
Back, first positions!
Action.
Number 4. Beauty and the Beast.
Little town, it's a quiet village. Every day, like the one before.
Disney's renaissance during the early 90s might not have been anywhere near as all-conquering were it not for our next film set in France.
Thank you.
If The Little Mermaid hadn't done it already, Beauty and the Beast well and truly re-announced the animation studio back into the cinematic big leagues.
She'll never see me as anything but a monster.
A love story shared between two unlikely souls and set to an incomparable soundtrack, it was the first animated movie ever to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Picture. That's how good it is.
You came back.
Number 3. Before Sunset.
I can't believe you're here.
Well, I live here in Paris.
Paris is well known as the City of Love. And our third-placed picture is the very definition of whirlwind romance.
I just love to see a little bit more of Paris. Would you walk around with me a
let's
little
do
bit?
that.
Do you mind?
No, that's great.
Yeah.
The sequel to Before Sunrise, it details a chance meeting between two people who had shared a passionate night in Vienna during the first film.
You come here to Paris, all romantic and married.
Played out in real time, Before Sunset is essentially a 1-hour, 20-minute conversation between the couple, but with incredible intensity and emotion.
It's not even about you anymore. It's about that time, that moment in time that is forever gone. I don't know.
Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy deserved all the critical acclaim they got post-production.
Yeah, what was I supposed to say? That I remember the wine in the park and us looking up at the stars fading away as the sun came up.
Number 2. Les Misérables.
From Paris, monsieur.
It had seemed an impossible feat, translating this epic novel and stage musical into film while doing it justice at the same time.
The people of Paris sleep in their beds. You have no chance. No chance at all.
But director Tom Hooper and the rest of the team behind the 2012 reworking of Les Misérables certainly pulled it off.
And Franks may save my poor Cosette.
With an A-list cast, including Anne Hathaway, Amanda Seyfried, Hugh Jackman, and Eddie Redmayne, Jean Valjean's story is shot to perfection.
Vive la France! Vive la France!
It's a tragic, heroic, beautiful, brutal, inspiring adventure that's well worth setting aside 158 minutes of your time for. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
How many kids? Attendez la crème.
My first unfeeling scrap of clothing.
Look here, it's corn syrup, caffeine, and water. And a cool label, that's all it is.
Number 1. Midnight in Paris.
I love it.
Of all the defining eras within Parisian history, the city's hosting of art and literature's lost generation in the 1920s has to be one of the most colorful.
If I was to tell you that I spent last night with Ernest Hemingway and Scott Fitzgerald, what would you say?
And it is to that era that we are lovingly transported with our winning film.
For me, La Belle Époque Paris would have been perfect.
Directed by Woody Allen and starring Owen Wilson, Midnight in Paris is one writer's nostalgia brought to life.
Were you born in Paris?
I was born in Bordeaux. I moved here to study fashion.
Fitzgerald, Hemingway, Picasso, and Stein are all in attendance, among many others, for this mosaic of modernism that leaves us as captivated as its main character.
I can't tell you how excited I am. This is giving me such a lift that my heart is just racing right now.
Do you agree with our list?
I guess so.
Which film set in France did we forget?
Why should I believe you?
For more Très Bon Top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Maybe you should shut up.